All right, welcome in, everybody. Before we get too crazy with that, Dirt Racing Network's live coverage. The Wednesday Warriors UMP Mod Series. Got about 15 modifieds out here at Weed Sport tonight. Ready to do battle in week number 7. Top 3 in points definitely here. Tyler Shell, John Batista, Cody Olson, all right there together. Guys working the track in here. We're going to give them 4 or 5 more minutes here. Maybe not even that long. I think Race Control is going to move them up here in a couple of minutes. Will be no qualifying. So what we are going to do, we will get prepared for our pre-race ceremonies because we know these guys are getting ready to get after it here in just a short order.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, thank you to the Foley boys, since I completely messed up that whole sequence right there. Pressed one button wrong, and it'll goof you up for the rest of the night, honestly. But I did that, so sorry about that, guys. We will get the broadcast a whole lot better tonight than we have been so far. What I feel like is a Monday. It has felt that way all day long. So I will do better here. Right now, drivers, done with the meeting, done with the practice, straight to the random draw for heat races. 9 cars scheduled to be in our first heat race and at least 8 in the second. I saw 17 or 18 cars end up in the server. We will run right down through the starting grid. On the pole, the 90 car of Jeff Fitzpatrick. On his outside, the 25 of Cole Bossow. Row 2 on the inside, the D2 Race Designs Miles Jensen Racing at number 67 from Duluth, Minnesota, Miles Jensen. And on the outside of him, the Mesilla Valley Transport Wicked Cushion at Kinzer Sim Racing Team at number 11. I believe that's the 8 car now. It's going to be Cole Newhoffen out of Waverly, Nebraska. Row 3 on the inside, the Force Away Guy 55 Lures Team UDSRA number 73 from St. Louis, Missouri, Larry Moody. And on the outside of him, starting in the 6th position, the Ultimate Dirt TV Black Diamond Motorsports number 54 from Ellington, Florida, JB John Batista. Row 4 on the inside, the Casey General Store number 04 from Des Moines, Iowa, Jason Randolph. And on the outside of him from Owasso, Oklahoma, in the 13 machine, going to be Cody Kelly. And all alone on the back row, the go to stcroix.com, number 17 from Naugatuck, Connecticut, Christopher Monroe. All right, guys, making their way through the pace laps. Sun is setting over the speedway. Lights starting to come up. You can see the shadows starting to form on the different sides of the cars as they make their way around the speedway. 1 to go signal from the flagman. Means that pace truck is going to make a hard right turn right in the middle of turns 3 and 4. Head back up into the pit area. And Jeff Fitzpatrick will give us a good start right at the concrete pad in turn 4. He will give us a really, really good start right there. Everybody going to the feature tonight. Green flag in the air. Heat race number 1 is underway. Jeff Fitzpatrick with a good start down into 1. Cars backing and stacking, going through 1 and 2. Little contact there. Saw the 67 of Miles Jensen get out of shape, and I believe that is what brought out our caution. Give us a second here to get down there, take a good close look at it. 67, the blue machine on the inside, a little out of shape. Got into the side of Mr. Bossow right there. Got the car spun around. And I believe that is what actually triggered the caution. A couple of cars did get sideways. You saw John Batista get sideways. You saw several cars trying to get back up to speed. So they will wait for the pace truck. Everybody get in line where they're supposed to be. I'm sure they'll probably call this a racing incident just because so many cars were sideways. Everybody will hold their spots. Turn 1, always a monster here at ESports. So tight getting in, opens up through turn 2 all the way down that big D-shaped backstretch. But getting into turn 1, these cars really have to whoa up to get turned in there. So we may see a little bit of body-to-body contact on numerous occasions tonight. Here you see the 8 car, Cole Newhoffen. Keeping our eye on Mr. Jensen. Mr. Jensen looks like he is rolling his way somewhere near the back. So I think him not getting back up to speed, I think iRacing is going to make him have to deal with going to the back of the field. So still Fitzpatrick, then Bossow, Newhoffen, Moody, Batista, Randolph, Monroe, Jansen, and then Cody Kelly bringing up the rear.
We all want to go.
1 to go this time. Car is going to get 2 by 2. Guys, don't be afraid to say hi in the chat. If you're over on YouTube or Twitch, subscribe to the channel. You know every time the Dirt Racing Network goes live. If you're on one of our Facebook pages or one of our Facebook feed shares, come by the Dirt Racing Network, like, share, and follow us. You'll know every time we go live there too. All right, once again, green flag out of turn 4, back underway. Car is going to file through turn 1, trying to make very minimal contact. Now looks like everybody's going to get through there this time. Fitzpatrick got to the outside wall out of 2. That opened it up for Newhoffen. Cole Newhoffen's going to lead this lap. He's going to have Cole Bossow right behind him, and there he is. JB John Batista, set points leader coming into tonight. Going to squeeze by him and move into second. Big stack up behind. Now everybody's starting to get away. Jason Randolph, Jeff Fitzpatrick, Cody Kelly, Larry Moody all trading a little bit of paint, reshaping the bodies on those cars a little down in turn 1. Trying to work their way through. Get stretched out, get away from each other, and then maybe get a little bit of racing. You can see Cody Kelly with a good run down the inside of the backstretch. He pulled alongside Larry Moody, and he is going to have that position at the line. That was 5th place. Right now, Newhoffen, halfway through the heat race, has about a 4-car length lead over John Batista. Batista on the prowl, coming forward, closed it up real tight there, but then gave it all back in the middle of the corner. You see that 54 car driving it a little bit deeper in the corner. Newhoffen able to lift a little early, keep the car tucked right down on the inside. 2 to go this time by. Batista went to the top side. This the battle shaping up for the lead right here. Batista trying to find the grip on the inside. Wasn't able to do it that time. Goes back to the high side in 3 and 4. White flag in the air. Newhoff, Batista, Vossau, your top 3. Vossau with that interesting line through 1. Brought it out right against the wall. Went in kind of low. But we are coming out of turn 4 to the checkered flag. Cole Newhoffen will win heat race number 1. John Batista second. Cole Vossau, then Cody Kelly all the way up to 4th from his 9th position at the start. Larry Moody, Jeff Fitzpatrick, Chris Monroe, Jason Randolph, and Miles Jensen in that order. So 1 in the books. A little hectic in that one. But second heat race gridding out 8 cars for this one. On the pole, the Roofco Wicked Energy Elbows Up Simsports number 5 from Franklin, Pennsylvania. Braden Island on the outside of him. Another Owasso, Oklahoma driver, Colby Cooper, the 99. Row 2 on the inside. The 6 car, that is the Dirtco Media House machine of Cody Olson. On the inside, on the outside, the Shake and Bake Racing at number 1 from Junction City, Kansas, Jacob Schmutz. Row 3 inside, the Fairway Mortgage's BS Air Catch Fence Apparel. Elbows Up Simsport, number 44 from Millersburg, Pennsylvania. Tyler Schell sits second in your points right now. And on the outside of him in the Jones Rockin' Dirt, Band of Brothers Racing, number 70 from Abilene, Kansas, Will Gatsky. In the final row on the inside of the over-the-wall photography, Elbows Up Simsport, number 72 from Milford, Ohio, Jeff Stewart. On the outside of him from Wichita, Kansas, the Wichita Tire and Alignment, number 55 of Chris Kratzer. All right. Lights off on the pace truck. 1 to go signal from the flagman. Out of turn number 4, Eiler and Cooper will give us the go here. Final heat race. Give these guys a couple of minutes of warm up, and then we will go straight to our 35-lap feature. Week 7 of 12 in the series. Pace truck in, green flag in the air, and Colby Cooper got a terrible start. He went from outside the front row to 4th going into turn number 1. It is going to be Eiler, Olson, Schell, and then Cooper. Schmutz behind that. Gatsky around the top side. Stewart. Oh, here's a little bit of a bump and grind down the front stretch. Big time contact, and I don't know. It doesn't look like we're getting a caution. Right, now we get that caution. Cars coming out of turn 4 and heading up the front stretch. And we will go back and see what happened. Cody Olson a little bit wide on the exit of 4. He got into Schell just a little bit, started a big chain reaction. And we will watch Mr. Olson's car right here. That is the white car with the black bottom, green stripe down the side. You can see him come out of 4. Schell came off a little narrow. Olson came off a little wide.
Kelly, that might have been me.
Incidental contact. Incidental contact there. And I'm not exactly sure if they're going to call that a racing deal or if they're going to give that to the 6 car of Olson. But nonetheless, we're under caution. And currently it's Eiler, Schell, Olson, Schmutz, Gatsky, Kratzer, Cooper, and Stewart. We will see how race control puts this together. Going to be going back to what I think is 1 to go here. And they will line them up 2 by 2 if that's the case. And it looks like it's going to be. So 6 laps yet to go in heat race number 2. This time, Eiler and Schell will bring us back to the green. Braden Eiler, good on the throttle there. Teammate to the outside, but he didn't just give it up to him. Now he does on the top side. Tyler Schell gets a run out of turn 2. He is going to go to the lead, but Cody Olson working the bottom side. He may have something for Tyler Schell here out of turn number 4 to the line. Dead heat, basically. I think Schell led the lap by about 2 inches. Schell, Olson, Eiler, your top 3. A little bit of a traffic jam was behind that for a second. Schmutz got away with 4th. Kratzer up to 5th. Stuart Gatsky and Cooper rounding out the field. We're going to go back to the front. Cody Olson keeping the car locked on the bottom. Good run down the backstretch for him. Trying to keep that car right against the inside. He was making up some ground right there to the very exit of turn 4. Schell finding the fence a little down the backstretch. That's going to allow Olson to close up. Good race for the lead here. These guys are very close. 2 laps to go that time by. Schell still leading. Olson trying to close the gap. At least put some pressure on the 44 car, see if he can force a mistake. That time, good run out of 4 for Schell. He sees the white flag first. About 5-6 car lengths right there out of 2. Braden Eiler still in 3rd. Jacob Schmutz, Chris Kratzer, Jeff Stewart. Stewart and Kratzer battling for the 4th and 5th spots right here. But Schell will pick up the win. He wins heat race 2. Cody Olson 2nd. Braden Eiler 3rd. Jacob Schmutz, Will Gatsky in 5th. Kratzer 6th. Stewart and Cooper rounding out the field. So heat racing over. Couple of minutes of warm up for these guys. And while they're warming up, we're going to let you guys check this out.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original eSport racing game. This is iRacing.
All right, big thank you to Tim Nichols over at Tim Sims. Got a little iRacing information for you there. Drivers getting a feel for what this feature track is going to be like here. You can see how rough that front stretch is when you get out wide and go underneath that flag stand. The car bouncing all over the place. And you got to get it settled before you get it down into turn number 1. And that very difficult to do sometimes. 17 cars, 35 laps going to be our feature tonight. We will chat with the top 3. Once the boys get done racing. See what we do with our points. On the pole, going to be the 8 car of Cole Newhoffen. To his outside, going to be the 44 of Tyler Schell. Row 2 on the inside, the 54 John Batista. The outside, the 6 of Cody Olson. In the third row, going to be the 25 of Cole Bossout. And on the outside, Braden Eiler in the 5. The 13 of Cody Kelly inside row 4 with Jacob Schmutz on his outside in the 1 car. Row 5 inside, the 73 Larry Moody. The outside, the 70 Will Gatsky. The 90 of Jeff Fitzpatrick inside row number 6 with the 55 of Chris Kratzer on his outside. Row 7 will be the 04 of Jason Randolph inside. The 72 of Jeff Stewart outside. Chris Monroe inside of row number 8 in the 17 car, and Colby Cooper, the 99, on the outside of that row. And on the back row, the 67 machine, going to be Miles Jansen. So those are your 17 drivers. Top 2, top 3 in points, all starting inside the top 4. Right now, John Batista sitting on top of that points pile. He has a 54-point lead coming into the night. Cody Olsen trails by 150. But when the drop weeks start to factor in, so Olsen missing one of the first 6 races. No score for him in that race. So things will start to tighten up when we get to the drop weeks. Right now, the battle has been fantastic all season long between the 44 and the 54, and these guys are about to go green out of turn number 4. We will keep our eyes, especially on those 2 cars. Newhoffen, Shell in the front row. Newhoffen with a good start. Perfect timing on that. He is going to lead us into turn number 1. Looking back deeper into the field as they go into one. A little contact here, a little contact there. Check it up, find the brakes. Everybody's going to survive turn number 1 on the initial lap. Oh, and there goes somebody. I want to say that's the 25 car of Cole Bossow. And I do not know. There's our caution flag. He went down into turn number 4, and that little fence on the inside said, hey, buddy, where do you think you're going? This is off of... 4 right there. Hooks the car, jumps it up in the air. You got a little bit of help with that. And then Jeff Stewart comes along and pushes that front bumper way up for him. So we will see the 025 machine go all the way to the back. Yeah, we may see him have to go to the pits to get the front end worked on. So they will have to work that out. Right now, Newhoffen, Shell, Batista, Schmutz, Kelly, your top 5. Moody, Eiler, Randolph, Fitzpatrick, and Kratzer inside your top 10. Car stopped down here at turn number 1. Will Gatsky, the 70 machine, going to find his way into his spot back in 14th. Mr. Bossow should be rolling out of the pits. Got the left front fixed up. Yeah, it looked like they give a hoot about that front bumper, but they got that kind of straightened down for him too, and they will be starting the 025 machine on the tail end. Waiting to see what's going to happen with the 70 car. '70 car will waving around, he's going to come around to the back. Looks like maybe he's going to restart in that 17th position. So 2 by 2 for the restart. Green flag back in the air. Newhoffen with another fantastic start. Everybody heading down into one, little bumping, a little grinding. Everybody looks like they're going to survive. They can find a brake pedal and check up. Couple of cars sideways, backwards. We're going to get what looks like these guys are going to be driving away here. Got a slow one off the top of one. Going to stay green. '70 car of Gatsky. Car that got waved around now in danger. Leaders are right behind him once again. Newhoffen holding Shell off. Batista sitting in third. Probably just eyeballing these guys, trying to see what the 44 and the 8 are going to do. Maybe they're going to get into a little bit of a scuffle, and he's going to be able to take the lead in this thing. Hasn't won in quite a while in the series, but able to hang on to the points lead. Batista last winning a race in the series in week number 4. Great race that was at Knoxville. Oh, car upside down. Cars all over the place of damage in this thing. And I'm not... There we go. Caution coming out. That is... that's bad news. Chris Kratzer's car. Off the track, Bossow's car. Let's see what happened to him. Oh, it looks like maybe Jeff Stewart's car. Jeff Stewart, maybe the car that was upside down over here. Either Stewart or Monroe. Looks like Stewart's car going to be upside down. He kind of got across the nose there of the 25, got rolled over. So things getting a little rough and tumble here. These guys will sort it out, I'm sure. Chris Kratzer's car off the track. Jeff Stewart's car off the track. Guys trying to catch up to the back of the field. Looks like we are going to tighten them up here. Next time by, 1 to go. So single file on the restarts now, as we haven't been able to get very many laps in. These guys want to race green flag laps here. Newhoffen. Tyler Schell tried to time it. Newhoffen paused for a second. Now he's going to keep the lead down through 1 and 2. Single file all the way back to the field into turn 1. Schell putting all the pressure on Newhoffen. Little bit of a tappy tap right there. Now Schell way out of shape. Batista going to have to check up for it. Couldn't take advantage of the mistake by the 44 car, but Schmutz is going to put his nose on the inside of the 54 and see if he can take third away from JB. Side by side, those two go. Once again, the front starting to heat up. Schell had a run, and Newhoffen found some grip off the bottom. Now he goes wide in turn 3. John Batista secures third, back away from Schmutz. Good race behind that. Jason Randolph, Cody Kelly, Jeff Fitzpatrick, Larry Moody, Braden Eiler, and Chris Monroe rounding out the top 10. And some pretty contested spots here as you see Moody. Moody got around. Car's not. Everybody's going to get going. They're going to keep it green. Great battle. All 3 cars in the front 3 at the top of the track. Newhoffen able to get away from these guys in turns 1 and 2, but they close right back up on him in 3 and 4. You see Schell right there going into 1 and 2. Now Schell with a good line this time through 1 and 2, but once again Newhoffen, great drive off the bottom. Now he goes way up top. He is hanging on to the lead of 15 laps still to go in this one. Top 3 still battling. Now here comes Schmutz once again on Batista. Trying to make the 54 car move up the hill. Didn't work that time. Schmutz making the middle and the bottom work in that one car. Very good run for him. And he is battling inside this top 3. Top 4 positions right here. Newhoffen now starting to stretch the lead out the 8 car, getting away from the 44 machine. Just a little bit. You saw Schell nick the wall right there in the middle of 3 and 4. Down to 12 laps to go. Still second for Schell. 0.6 of a second behind. Batista about 2 car lengths behind Tyler Schell. Just looking for that position. He can make a move. Maybe Shell gets the car a little sideways. Maybe clips the wall. Just hasn't materialized yet. He battled with Schmutz for a couple of laps there, and that kind of took his focus away. Racing out front, he had to race beside him. Now he's clear of Schmutz, sitting in fourth. Jason Randolph still in the fifth spot. Braden Eiler in sixth. Kobe Cooper seventh. Cody Kelly back to eighth. Jeff Fitzpatrick is cleared and up to ninth. He was backwards a little while ago. You saw 3 wide right there. Jansen's in the middle. Olsen got turned around. He's on top of a car. Still going. Staying green. Leaders right in behind these guys. Should have had cautions. I know they were turned on, but I don't know why they're not throwing them. Here comes a slider right rear into the left front right there. And now caution. I don't know what that one was for, but I'm quite certain it was to clean up this field and get that back. So we'll see. 8 car may have been able to reclaim the lead. Yeah, looks like Tyler Schell going to be put out in front of the 44 machine. To the head of the class. 7 laps to go. Top 10 looks like this. Tyler Schell, Cole Newhoff, John Batista, Jason Randolph, Braden Eiler, Colby Cooper, Jacob Smuts, Cody Kelly, Jeff Fitzpatrick, and Larry Moody in that order. Cody Olson, Cole Bossow should be our wave around cars. Looks like Olson might need a wave. Up to the front. I do not see flashing lights on that pace truck, so we are about to go back to green. Five laps to go. Schell out in front. Newhoffen down to the inside in 3 and 4. Don't know if he's going to get there. He's going to try it. Takes it across in front of Schell. Schell with the big checkup, and he cut it down early, but Newhoffen is right there. So is Batista. Newhoffen now driving up alongside down the backstretch. Half a car, quarter car, almost nose to nose. Newhoffen backs the car up, but couldn't back it up enough on the slider. And once again, Schell able to squeeze by. Newhoffen once again back to the inside. Now, quarter car. Nose to nose, goes into 3 and 4. He's going to take it up the hill. Schell's just going to keep cutting that car shorter and shorter every time Newhoffen tries to cut that slider. Now a little right rear, left front action. Inside 2 to go, down to 3 and 4. Schell up to the top. Newhoffen behind him, Batista behind that. Can Newhoffen close the gap? White flag in the air, half a lap to go. Schell clear by 4. Batista tried to move Newhoffen up the hill, didn't work. Tyler Schell is going to win again in this series. He picks up the win at Weedsport. Cole Newhoffen and John Batista finish 2nd and 3rd. Jason Randolph and Colby Cooper all the way up into a top 5 position. Let's get our winner. 2nd place and 3rd place around on the front stretch. We'll talk to these guys. And they bring them into the infield. Good run for these guys. Oh, that is not a good picture. Well, we're not exactly sure which one of these we need to be on for this shot, but yeah, that's a bad one too. Too far away there. Yeah, we do not have a great shot for this, so we are going to go to our best choice right here. Going to get John Batista. Grab these guys, bring them into the chat with us here. Shell is up there. Batista. And let's bring JB right in with us. John Batista, you got a copy?
Hey.
All right, man. Well, an interesting run to say the least. But nonetheless, a fantastic drive for you. Third tonight, had a chance to battle the guys at the front late in the race, man. Talk to us about the track during that feature and this podium finish.
Yeah, the track is really tough. This is definitely probably the hardest track in the game now. Don't really have a whole lot of laps at this track. Really just one league race under my belt, so I was a little nervous going into it. I started finding a rhythm about halfway through the race. But they started gapping me a little bit. Kind of lost my way around the track. But then I found the bottom right at the very end, and it was quick, especially off the bottom 1 and 2, 3 and 4. You're not going to pass these guys riding behind them. So I know the bottom of 3 and 4 is a little bit slower than the top, but I had to stick with it anyway, just in case they bottled up like they did a few times prior to that. So yeah, it was tough for sure.
Well, a couple of spots is not going to make you give up your 46-point lead, I believe we figured it out to be. 44-point lead, 54-point lead. You will still have the lead going into next week. But with the 44 car finishing in front of you consistently now, it's going to be tough to hang on to that points lead. What are you going to do about that?
Well, I guess I got to start in front of Cole Newhouse, because choice in 2 nights he's pinched me down into either somebody or a wall. I mean, I had second place fair and square there, and I mean, about destroyed my car into 3. So 4 points, 2 points, whatever it is per position, that really adds up each week, especially when he's getting these wins. So yeah, I just need to get a little bit better field draws going forward. Tonight was a little bit better than last week, but starting 6th in a heat race, especially at this track, is definitely not good.
Well, you still come out of here with third, man. Who helps you out every week and gets you in these podium finishes?
Yeah, just my teammates of Black Diamond Motorsports. Thanks to all those guys. You, Roger, for putting on this great series, the hidden gem of iRacing. Hopefully more people start showing up in weeks to come, or potentially next season. Congrats to Tyler on the win. Yeah, that's about it.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow night in the big cars.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
Third place finisher, John Batista. Let's get Cole Newhofen up here. Cole, you there?
Yeah.
All right, man. Heck of a battle. You led most of this thing, and Tyler found a way around you late there. Looked like you guys not afraid to get a little physical, and it was pretty good racing. It's kind of fun to watch that every once in a while. Talk to us about this feature, and especially those last handful of laps there.
I don't know if he found a way around me. He found a way through me, but it is what it is, I guess.
Well, you still come home in second, and you've had some decent runs when you've been able to come here and run. So nothing to hang your head about there. But how tough was the track tonight? This place is tough enough, but in these big heavy cars, how tough was that track out there?
It's just 1 and 2 is hard because it's pretty much one lane around the bottom. I mean, some people can make the top work, but the only way to pass somebody is to get below them and shove them up the track in 1 and 2. And I don't know, it's just starting position. I mean, that's like I moved to the top in 3 and 4, but otherwise it was pretty one lane in 1 and 2. So when somebody got a run on you, you had to check up pretty hard in 3 and 4, or just not check up at all and drive through them. But yeah, I never feel comfortable in these cars, that's for sure. I don't know. So I just do it for the fun of it, I guess. They're a whole different animal.
Well, it's still a lot of fun to watch you guys come out here and put on a good show, and it was a pretty good show. I don't know what happened with the caution laps there. We know they were turned to not count, but for some reason, every time we get an update, something weird happens, and we got to rebuild the formats. But a fantastic run nonetheless. Second place for you, man. Who helps you out every week, and we'll let you go celebrate.
I just like to thank Maverick Simulations and Wicked Cushion.
All right, man. Well, we look forward to seeing you in maybe the 410s tomorrow night or in another series later on this week. Until then, man, thanks for chatting with us, and good luck.
Thanks.
Cole Newhoffen, your second place finisher. And we'll get Tyler Shell. Wins again in the series. Tyler, you there?
Yeah, man.
Another win for you, and I don't think you've got to finish outside the top 5 in this series in 6 races.
I think it's been, 3 wins and
3 seconds. Yeah. 3 wins and 3 seconds as of tonight. A great race. Looked like, I asked Cole about it. I don't think he wanted to discuss much of the physicalness of the race, but man, you guys trading a little paint there. Didn't look like there was a whole lot of bad intent, but a whole lot of fun and exciting racing for myself and the fans to watch. Talk to us about the final few laps, sir.
Yeah, I was just had a run on them, and I mean that was the only shot I was going to get, and I went for it. And halfway through it, I started letting off, hitting the brakes, and trying to leave him a lane, but I had nowhere to go. I mean, I was off it. I told him my bad, but you could see he didn't care. So other than that, it was a good race. Just trying everything I could. Tried the top, I tried the bottom, I tried everything to just get a run on him to try to get to him. Well, every time I would get a run, I'd mess up, and it just was frustrating.
Well, chipping away a little bit here and there at the points lead that Batista has built up. Another win. Got to build a little bit of confidence. What's it going to take to beat him at the end of the season?
Just consistency. I think I missed a week. I think I missed the first week, so I think that's hindering me a little bit. But just consistency. That's what wins you championships. Maybe not. You don't win the losses, but if you're consistent, I mean, Richie's shown that how many times you could just keep the consistent up and win championships. So that's what I'm focused on, and just trying to do as best I can.
All right, man. Some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you celebrate another great victory in the series.
I just like to thank you and Cody for putting this on, you for broadcasting, and then Elbows Up SimSport, and our sponsors, Flow Racing, Anderson Speedway, Motorsports Beach, Jess Logistics, Paints by Tuna Again, Hergot Real Estate, BS Air, Overall Photographs, Catch Fence Apparel, Roofco, and Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation.
All right, man. Well, congratulations again. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow night in the big cars.
Yep.
Your winner tonight, Tyler Shell. Run through our official final results. Shell wins at Newhoffen with second, Batista in third, Jason Randolph fourth, Colby Cooper fifth, sixth to Braden Eiler, seventh, Cody Kelly, Jeff Fitzpatrick in eighth, Larry Moody ninth, Miles Jensen was 10th, Jacob Schmutz 11th, Chris Monroe 12th, 13th to Cody Olson, Cole Bassow in the 14th spot, Will Gatsky 15th, Jeff Stewart was 16th, and Chris Kratzer comes home 17th tonight. That is going to do it for us. Week number 7 in the books. Wednesday Night Warrior Series. Points battle starting to really tighten up now. Shell putting a lot of pressure on Batista. Batista's going to have to find a way to win a race or two if he intends to hang on to this championship the rest of the season. Don't forget, guys, tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern, Dirt Slingers Wicked Energy Gum 410 Outlaw Series. The best of the best in the 410s on the service will be doing battle. Trying to remember, and I'm going to look quickly and see exactly where they're racing at here tomorrow night. They are at Charlotte. So the dirt track at Charlotte, the venue tomorrow night. Don't forget to tune in for that. K.R. Stolfus will have the call for us. Until then, guys, thank you for your time tuning in. Always appreciated by all of us here at DRN. Likes, shares, and follows on the Facebook page. Subscribe to us over on Twitch and YouTube. Say hi in the chat every time you come in. Let us know you're there. A lot of big things on the horizon as we get into the winter season. But for myself, K.R. Stolfus and Dominic Santina. Till the next time we see you guys, keep it dirty.